Jordan Peele's new movie, Nope, is a sci-fi action thriller that focuses on an alien entity that invades a lonely farm ran by Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer. This movie's full of action, excitement, explosions, all kinds of stuff. But what's fascinating about this film is that it's really a secret case study about the responses to post-traumatic stress syndrome. When Jordan Peele announced the movie Nope, it was shrouded in mystery. Many people tried to put together what this film was about. Over time, it was revealed that it was an alien movie, and that Nope stand for Not of Planet Earth. Now, this wasn't confirmed by Jordan Peele, and as I watched this movie and began to deep dive on what the themes were in this film, I came up with my own acronym. Now our pain is equal. And honestly, this is what it means to confront post-traumatic stress syndrome. Making sure that you're even, that there's a sense of retribution. Let's take a look at OJ's character, the main character of the film. In the beginning of the movie, we see him happy, smiling. He's around his dad, having a good time, enjoying life on the farm. However, after his father is killed by the falling coin, we see him fall into a state of depression. He's very solemn, quiet, processing things as he realizes that all the weight of the world is now on him as he has to run this farm, and his father is gone. However, when the main alien, known as Jean Jacket, comes up, we finally see him confront that trauma in a way that is basically unique to this film. The main villain in this movie, Jean Jacket, is the main catalyst for everybody confronting their trauma, whether it's good or bad. And when Jean Jacket arrives on the farm, OJ has to actually take control and make decisions. Throughout the film, we see flashbacks of OJ's father teaching him certain things. These things end up being applied to how they end up defeating the monster. This is a way of basically embracing the fact that while his father's not here in the physical form, he can still learn from him and still grow from him. Seemingly, OJ was in a state of depression over these last 6 months. The death of his father really took him aback. And honestly, who's to blame him? They seem to have a really strong relationship in the beginning of the film. But after his father's death, now all of a sudden he has to run the farm by himself, and now there's an alien entity running around. That's a lot of pressure. However, over time, as he builds his relationship with his sister, he begins to realize that his father was teaching him important lessons that were critical to him defeating the monster in this movie.
You ready? Oh, come on, that ain't nothing. Are you ready?
Let's take a look at Jupiter, also known as Jupe. His stories are pretty crazy, right? The fact that as a child actor, he was basically one of the sole survivors of a mass murdering by a chimpanzee. Well, the thing about Jupe's trauma is that he deals with acute stress disorder, and that is basically trauma over a long period of time. And yes, this was an isolated incident, but the thing that we don't quite see in this film is the fact that he is a child actor. He was probably reintroduced his trauma over and over and over again. And instead of embracing it and going to therapy, Jupes decides to double down and kind of distance himself, creating Jupiter's Claim, where he can go and basically live in the days where he wasn't being almost assaulted by a chimpanzee. When Jean Jacket appears, Jupe doesn't report him to the authorities or do anything of the sort. Rather, he tries to embrace him. And the reason why he believes that is because when the chimpanzee decided to kill everybody on set, he spared him because, from Jupe's perspective, he had a connection with the animal. Now, a lot of theories on this movie say that the reason why the chimpanzee didn't kill Jupe was because he didn't make eye contact with him, because his eyes were shrouded by the cloth of the table. This may be the case, but it doesn't really matter. Jupiter felt that he was a sole survivor and had a connection with this animal, and that was unique in a way that made him special. And so when the alien arrived, he felt he had that same connection. And to a degree, he was right. For those 6 months, he was feeding him horses, being able to connect with Jean Jacket in a way that really no one else could. Now, once he's made the grand reveal, that's basically him confronting his trauma on a grand scale. As a child actor, his career was probably ruined after that chimpanzee murdered a bunch of people. So now, all of a sudden, Jupiter has a chance to claim a little bit of that fame back by presenting a brand new alien to his fans and people who are visiting Jupiter's Claim. As you know, that did not go over so well for everybody involved, but Jupiter still faces trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and look that one up on YouTube. The details, you know.
Totally.
Keke Palmer's character is actually an interesting perspective because her trauma is actually not associated with the death of her father. Her traumatic incident is actually revealed later on in the film as OJ and Emmy are coming up with a strategy. It was revealed that as when they were younger, their father took away Emerald's horse so they can use it on the set of The Scorpion King, taking away Emerald's chance to really learn how to horse ride and do all the stuff that the farm does. This caused some type of post-traumatic stress syndrome in Emerald, in the sense that she distanced herself. Her main focus was not about taking care of the farm anymore because she felt ousted. She felt like she wasn't included in the farm's activities when her father took the horse from her. So now she decided that she's going to go and try and get famous or go make money or go to wherever she was going to do. And she wasn't even around when the father died. So when she returned, there was clear tension between her and OJ because it was very clear that she had deep-seated trauma that was never addressed, that OJ never bothered to address either. Now, after the appearance of Jean Jacket, all of this kind of came to light, and it forced Emerald to address her trauma in a way that was, once again, very unique to this film. The fact that they called the alien Jean Jacket was actually pretty clever, because as you see, Jean Jacket was the name of the horse that Emerald was trying to tame when she was younger that was taken away by her father. So, in the third act of the film, when all things start to come together, it was Emerald that had to tame, quote unquote, Jean Jacket and get the photo in order for them to win. It's actually a beautiful way for her to address her trauma, understanding that deep down inside, yes, maybe she lost something, but by stepping up to the plate and being able to face that trauma, she was able to find the win. At the same time, Emerald was still suffering from the loss of her father. Now, she was a lot more nonchalant and carefree about it, but that trauma was still there. Her type of trauma was known as complex PTSD, and this is trauma that actually stems from multiple events. Her trauma started when she was young and was extrapolated by the death of her father 6 months prior to the events of Jean Jacket. She had to deal with a lot. There's a lot going on upstairs. OJ was a little bit different. OJ didn't have the childhood trauma. His trauma was singular. Basically, strictly the death of his father. What's interesting and subtle about this film that I don't think a lot of people have really addressed is the fourth type of trauma, and that's the trauma that we see from Jean Jacket himself, or itself. Early on in the film, we see a trap set by OJ and Emerald where they set a fake horse out in the middle of the field. As a result, Jean Jacket thinks it's a real horse and decides to eat it. From that point on in the movie, we actually see a form of trauma that's a little bit different. And this is a more aggressive, abrasive type of trauma. And this happens all the time when we see people have anger issues or issues of confrontation that are a result of not being able to deal with the trauma. And since, this is a foreign creature that doesn't have, a human brain, its trauma is a lot more visceral. It's a lot more direct. Because really, in the animal kingdom, there's really only two types of traumatic response, fight or flight. And when an animal eats something that is not what it expects it to be, it has two options. Go look for more food or leave and go somewhere else. And what we saw Jean Jacket do was get angry and look for more food. And that's a traumatic response. We're seeing it happen in real time. Once again, brilliant writing by Jordan Peele and how he put this film together, because there's a lot of themes that are presented in this film. But I thought it was interesting to talk about the trauma aspect of it, because I thought it was pretty clear that was the actual underlying theme of this. How to address trauma and how to really fight your demons. And, not everybody did it in a way that was beneficial to them, talking about Jupiter here. But even then, he still was dealing with his trauma in his own way. And when you're out here trying to deal with post-traumatic stress syndrome and all these different things, and a lot of this comes down to understanding what it takes to confront your demons. Oftentimes, people will get comfortable in their situations and not necessarily embrace the traumatic situations in their mind because they're suppressed by whatever they have going on. And oftentimes, it takes a world-changing event for you to even face those traumas. But if you're not going to therapy or talking to people or doing anything to really help yourself, you're really just not getting rid of it, you're just pushing it down. In this film, the trauma had to be faced because, you know, there's an alien out here eating their horses and trying to take over the world or whatever. And so it's really interesting how when we see these things being presented subtly, how these characters responded to this trauma being presented to them. Overall, I think Nope is a fantastic film. And if you haven't seen it yet, well, you probably shouldn't have watched this video because you probably got spoiled. But Jordan Peele is fantastic at making sure that all his themes are clear and concise. But this one was a little muddy. When I was trying to find information and different themes in this video, everybody had a lot to say, but I didn't see a lot of people talk about this aspect. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, let me know. It turns out that a lot of you guys who watch this video aren't subscribed to my page. You should probably subscribe because that motivates me to keep making more videos. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know what you think. This is all train of thought style. I didn't write any of this down. This is all coming off the dome. So I might have glossed over some themes, but let's talk about it in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys like this video, go check out my previous video about Jobu Tubaki from Everything Everywhere All at Once and basically her being right and going inside the bagel. Also, after popular demand and everybody bugging me and asking me about it, I actually finally finished my Spider-Man 4 pitch and I'm working on the video right now. So if you guys want to see the Spider-Man 4 pitch MCU with Tom Holland right here on this channel, subscribe, leave a comment, and the video will come out soon enough. I'm not gonna hold it hostage. I'm not one of these guys saying, give me 1,000 subscribers and I'll drop the video. But it would be really nice if you guys did that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. One love. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Peace.